we're going to use a little bit of Moxibustion, okay, or Moxa, as some people know it. Moxa is predominantly a herb called ye in Chinese, and they crush it down and get the filaments of it, and then make it into sometimes long cigars, sometimes into loose Moxa. Loose Moxa looks like this. This is the high quality loose Moxa, so it's very fine, like flos. We use these ones as well, so that's basically the high quality Moxa inside a little container for us. And I use these ones because, one, it smells a lot better, and it doesn't set off the alarms in the area. We do use purifiers in the room as well to clear the air for you too here. So what we do, we find the same location, we light one end, and we don't place the lit end on your skin. So it's not about burning as such, it's just about using heat therapy for the area. So the use of mugworts or ye or moxa is to penetrate into the channels some heat, stimulating. So the stimulus of heat, the stimulus of cold, the stimulus of electricity, they're all some way to stimulate the particular point. In this function, we want to heat the area up as much as possible. What happens is it'll start to burn down, it'll start to get warmer and warmer. At some times it'll get fairly warm and you'll let me know. At that time we'll slide the little cap around to make sure that it's not burning your skin. There is many different types of moxa that one can do, one being indirect, one being direct. With a direct you can have scarring moxa and non-scarring moxa. Definitely non-scarring moxa today, but it's directly on the skin itself. So we're going to feel the heat at one point. Some people will feel the trickling sensations of warmth down the side. Are you feeling any heat at the moment?
I felt slightly warm.
Slightly warm? Yeah. So the slightly warm is fantastic. Yeah, so we'll progress a little bit further. I'm here, so there's no dangers of you getting burnt as such. The mind is perceiving the heat as a danger as well. So the first couple of times that we do it, people always sort of request it to be moved a little bit more. It's very indicative. If it goes hot straight away, then maybe Moxa wasn't the treatment for you. If the Moxa goes 1, 2, 3 caps before you feel anything, then definitely needed the...
It's warm now.
It's warm now? Okay, so what we do, like I said, your mind is perceiving that a lot more. As you can see, there is no redness per se to the area. There is no blistering to the area. It's very safe, and I'm here. I'm not going to move anywhere whilst this is happening. So we just keep an eye on the heat. How's that feeling at the moment?
It's kind of relaxing.
Kind of relaxing. It's fantastic. The smell is
it smells nice.
It smells nice, exactly. And that's the beauty of using high quality. There's different grades of Moxa, from the budget stuff, which you can get big bags of it. Yeah, for I can get a kilo for the same price as that. That's the difference. This stuff is like the golden Moxa is like the top of the scale. This is the champagne of all champagnes of Moxa. And when you do that, it gets a nicer smell. It's a nicer response. It's a quicker response. It's a different aspects that we can use. It's still hot.
It's warm now.
Yeah, it'll be warm. It's now going to start dying down. So what we'll do then is just then relight another one. Once again, we light one side of it up. We'll let that glow a little bit. And then we can put it down next to the other. So when one finishes, we should restart the other. We may apply 3, 4, 5 or 6 different cones, depending on your condition. So one of the other aspects that we use here, or techniques, tools in our belt is Moxibustion or Moxa. Different Moxas are used for different aspects. We tend to use high-grade Japanese Moxa, more on the fact that we use it for rice grain Moxibustion and very close to the skin. So we can use, as such, high-grade stuff that we can roll up into little rice grain, basmati size, and place on the skin, and we light them, extinguishing them just prior to getting close to the skin. We want a stimulation of the point more so than anything else. We get deep penetration and then good stimulus of the points by using Moxa. We can also use stick-on Moxa, or people take these home with them as well. The little stick-on Moxa, little hats. And what we do, we would light one end of it and then it will burn down and then take it off prior to getting hot to the skin. We can use stick Moxa. So stick Moxa can be used with the traditional Moxa. We can use a little black one, the tar one. We don't use that much in ours. It's called a smokeless. So some of the more sort of lower grade Moxibustion tends to be very smoky. That's why we use high grade Moxibustion, say when set off our alarms. But the smokeless has its pros and cons, where it's less, but it has a little bit of extra glue and what have you. If you're not using it very often, it's fine. As a practitioner, I don't like to use it too often. So what can we use Moxibustion for? It is a heat therapy, so if looking at the yin and yang aspects, one must use it for cold to balance up. So anyone that has cold inside their body as such, or signs and symptoms that are associated with the concept of cold, Moxibustion works well. It also works well for promoting movement, like any performance car or performance jet plane. The hotter it gets, the better it gets. So that's what we're doing with Moxa. We're actually promoting that movement to get performance out of the muscle, out of the circulation of the skin, or circulation in the vascular aspects. So Moxa is very good for that components.